Hello, friends. So, today this is a very important concept what we are going to learn. We should make sure that one how to respond to the loan recovery agent calls calmly, legally, and smartly. Because the way you respond, the way you behave with them always makes sense and it should be professional and ethical and should not be any threatening, vice versa. Stay calm and professional. Never panic or argue. Note down the name, contact person, and the bank's NBFCD name and reference number of the agent. Politely tell them you are aware of the your rights under RBI's fair practice code. Example: I understand your concern. Share your name, agency details, and authorization letter from the bank. I will verify and respond accordingly. So you should initially tell with the softly, calmly. This is what is the requirement. This is the first step. Verify their identity. Always ask if they are authorized by the bank as per RBI guidelines. Recovery agents must carry. They have to carry these things: ID cards, authorization letter, and the details of the loan account, appointment letter from the bank. So unless they disclose these letters and argue with you, please be make sure that when you are aware that these RBI guidelines and you are asking them under the RBI guidelines only. If they refuse to say, do not discuss financial details. And if they do anything, arguments or threatening voice, please record the evidence and we will comply on that. Talk only during the permitted business hours. RBI allows calls only between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So if they call beyond this time, politely say, as per RBI guidelines, recovery calls should be made only between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Please call back during the working hours. So any kind of these violations, my friend, should have any recording uh, evidence and video evidence to make sure that one the complaint will be filed against them. No abuse or harassment allowed. If you have a right to dignity and privacy, you have the right to dignity and privacy always. Please make sure that one. If they threaten, insult, or misuse your information, it's a harassment. Record calls and file a complaint with bank's grievance redressal officer and RBI ombudsperson. So these two, when you want to file, it should have some evidence and always make sure that one, if anything going beyond RBI guidelines, make an evidence. Sample line. Please maintain the professional communication. RBI guidelines prohibit harassment or use of abusive language by recovery agents. Ask for written communication. Always request the settlement or use details in writing, email or letter. Never agree to a verbal settlement. Keep all the records, SMS, emails, letters for legal proof. So whatever you get as a communication, and never ever say that one verbal communication will not work. Ask them to send message, ask them to send the email, and ask them to send the letters. These only valid for the legal proofs. If you are willing to settle, say, I'm interested in settling this matter. Please connect me with the banker settlement or legal team for official written offer. They can negotiate through email, not over the random phone call. Most of the people do the mistakes here. Okay, they say some number and okay, next time I will pay. So if you don't pay, then they will again call you. Why did you agree for committed? You're committed that day and you told that one you will pay, you didn't pay. So these random calls and over the phones, it will not work, my friend. Always be communication in the email, note down the number and for your benefit and negotiate through the emails. If harassment continues, file a written complaints with the bank's nodal officer, right? So nodal officer, if you don't get within 30 days any kind of communication, Please approach RBI banking ombudsman, police if they threatens or abuse you. And never ever take it as a granted, and always be take first steps in advance. So when you have very clear evidence, you need not fear for anything. So phone script and how to talk to recovery agent. Hello sir, I am calling from XYZ Recovery Agency regarding your pending loans with the ABC Bank. We are going to make the payment. When are you going to make? So make sure that one, this is the formal communication. If any kind of a loud voice, threatening, abusive language, unparliamentary language, these kind of situations when you face it, and immediately tell that RBI guidelines. If they talk anything, please record the phone calls and videos also. You should respond. I understand. Before we continue, can you please tell me your full name, agency name, and whether you are authorized by the ABC Bank to contact me? Pause and note down the details. Yes, I am calling from XYZ agency authorized by the bank. You need to pay today or legal action will start. Then you say, I appreciate the information. As per RBI guidelines, I have the right to verify your authorization and please send me your official ID, official email ID. They have to send an authorization letter from bank, okay, to my register email or WhatsApp before we discuss any payment details. Because you see, nowadays, some rowdies also, gundas and rowdies also, they will appoint as a recovery agents and they don't have any authorization letter or email ID or any kind of registered email ID. So they simply come and try to hit you, threaten you, and use abusive languages in front of home, in front of neighbors, in front of children, and everything. They never ever should do that one, my friend. So be clear about this one. And they tell that one you will be arrested and all your relatives will be, we will call all your relatives and we will inform and we will send all the details. They should not talk in the street also. They have to come in front of the door, ask politely and take the details and inform whatever they want to inform. They do any kind of these violations, please make sure they will be punished later. If agent speaks rudely and hard threatens, I am willing to cooperate. But please keep the conversation professional. RBI prohibits recovery agents from using the threats or harassment. If you continue in this tone, I have to report the call to the bank payments officer and RBI ombudsperson. So that when you don't react and you just respond, saying that one, I also know the RBI rules, and if do any overactions, this will be a consequence. And that person also know that one you are also educated and you know the guidelines, how to proceed, how to handle the situation. If you want to discuss the settlement, I am currently facing financial difficulty but interested in resolving this loan legally. Please connect me with the bank settlement or legal team so I can get a written settlement offer, proceed formally. If they keep punishing, I will only respond once I receive the official written communication from the bank. Thanks for understanding. Then hang up politely. So you respond and inform politely and close it. And never go for any fightings, threatenings, uh, and manhandling things, abusive words. Never ever do that one. If they do it, record it for a complaint. And note down the date, time, and record the details of the call. And don't share any OTPs, UPIs, or accounts info over the phone. Never agree to pay cash to any individual agent. Please make sure this one. Always insist on written proof from the bank, not agency. So these are very important things. So if you take it granted, then you will be facing the consequence. Always record all the proofs and be polite and know how to handle. So that one, if you respond properly, 50% of the problem solved there. And you tell your response properly, 80% of the problem done there. If they still harass, make all the recordings and complain. Yeah. Thank you.